gives me a great estimate, honest opinion, and gets to work as soon as possible.
Coming up tonight on Season Pass. A new school year means a new season of Season Pass. We've got a complete review of Week 1 of the high school football season. We've got highlights, scores, and post-game reaction from all around the Concho Valley. We take a look at the week that was in Angelo State athletics and preview what's coming up this week as fall sports begin for the Rams and Bells. We've also got the return of Player of the Week, so sit back and relax because it's Sunday night and time for Season Pass. Welcome to the new season of Season Pass. Schools are back in session, which means sports return as well, which means we have half an hour every Sunday night to catch you up on everything you may have missed throughout the week. I'm your host, Matt Locke, and tonight we've got a Week 1 review of high school football. We've got a look ahead at the week ahead for Angelo State Rams and Bells as fall sports begin and the return of KLST Season Pass. We begin with the Central Bobcats hosting Colleen Shoemaker, hoping to give their new head coach, Kevin Crane, his first win. Central versus Shoemaker, round 4 in the first quarter. Eric Rodriguez kicks it off. Kamari Terrell shows off his speed and starts off the season with a 105-yard kickoff return. Shoemaker up 7-0. That's not the way the Bobcats wanted to start, but fear not, they would respond. Darius Floyd from 3 yards out takes the handoff, and that's Central's first touchdown of the season. They would make the extra point. We're tied at 7 with 7 minutes left in the half. Or first quarter, excuse me. We go to the second quarter. Game tied. Tyler Hill rushes this one in from 2 yards out, showing off his legs like his predecessor, Malachi Brown. Bobcats up 14-7 in the second. Right after, Hill completes a pass to Darius Floyd for the 2-point conversion. So Central's up 15-7, and they would avenge back-to-back losses and pick up Kevin Crane's first win as a head coach, 43-28. The Lakeview Chiefs went on the road to begin their season, visiting Lamesa for the first time in 3 or 4 years. These two teams usually playing in San Angelo Stadium. The Golden Tornadoes get the win to start off the season 26-20. Lakeview will look to bounce back. We'll have more from head coach Hector Guevara coming up on Tuesday. In my time doing Friday Night Football, we never had a true Game of the Week feature. This year, when we decided to debut it, the towns of Ozona and Sonora had a blast with the rivalry, and I had a lot of fun putting everything together. After all the week of hype, the I-10 rivalry was finally played out on Friday night. And this year's chapter was written in Sonora. Lions and Broncos first quarter. Ozona strikes first. Jaden Martinez steps in front of the pass from Mungia, and he's going to take it back to the house for a pick 6. So like Central, not the way you want to start the season, but they would respond. Play of the night. Mungia, screen pass to Jackson Carroll, who just lowers his shoulder and trucks a Lion out of the way and takes that ball in for 6. Sonora would be up, and they're going to keep it rolling. They're going to add to the lead. Aiden Villanueva making guys miss left and right, taking it into the end zone. Broncos would lead at 16-7, and Sonora gets the revenge. 32-20, the final score. It's the first win for their new head coach, Blake Weston. Wall welcoming the Eastland Mavericks to Hawk Stadium. We picked this one up in the second. Play action. Gabe Haskins boots to his right, but the ball is going to come out. It's scooped up by Hunter Lee, and Eastland's got some great field position. 2 plays later, they capitalize. Keaton Hicks finds Judson Beard, and Eastland gets on the board first. It's 7-0. Next, Wall possession. 4th and 1 for the Hawks in the red zone. Haskins on the keeper, follows his blocks, and picks up the first down. Couple plays later, hands it off to Dominic Garcia. Garcia finishes off the drive, punches it in for 6. Hawks can't get the extra point, so it's 7-6, Eastland up. Closing seconds before the half, Cooper Wright hits Beard in the corner of the touchdown. Eastland went into the locker room with a 14-6 lead, but Wall would come out in the second half and pick up the win, 28-21 to start the season 1-0. Over to Grape Creek, the Eagles hosting the Stanton Buffaloes. Opening drive, Grape Creek with some misdirection. The ball ends up on the turf, picked up by Stanton's Jahir Galindo. And the Buffaloes would take advantage of the turnover. Cameron Iceman takes the pitch and muscles his way for the first points of the game. Stanton goes up 7-0. Right before the half, Buffalo's looking for a little bit more offense. This time, it's going to be Ethan Ananya who heaves it up to Colton Walker. And he comes down with the interception for the Eagles. Grape Creek trailed 7-0 at the break. They would not be able to make a second half comeback, however. 21-7 the final. Stanton gets the win. TLCA hosting Brady. First quarter, no score. J.D. Ibarra is going to change that. Takes the handoff, takes the sideline. If he can beat this last defender, he's gone. Yep, just a stiff arm going to work. He's into the end zone. Ibarra would add another, this time breaking tackles, and is pushed from behind into the end zone. Bulldogs on top 13-0. Ensuing extra point. The snap gets bobbled, but Braden Garza says, don't worry, I'm just going to scoop it up and take it in for a 2-point conversion. Bulldogs up 15-0. TLCA gets on the board in the second. Sterling Hardy heaves it to J.R. Lopez. That is a touchdown for the Eagles, but Brady making another big special teams play, and Brady would walk away with the win, 37-6, the final score. So we'll continue our high school football week in review and have final scores from games you may have missed. Season Pass. We'll be right back.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah, it has 3 rows.
So you.
Your Buick has Apple CarPlay. Where do I plug in?
It's wireless.
That's so you. What do I do with these?
Careful, it's kind of busy.
Oh, I got this with my superpowers.
And a little help from your Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Get $2,150 purchase cash on this Encore GX Preferred. Plus, current eligible Buick owners get $500 additional allowance.
Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Concho Valley Homepage isn't just a website or an app in San Angelo. It's your connection to everything in the Concho Valley. From Wall to Cristoval, Miles to Grape Creek, people turn to Concho Valley Homepage over 1 million times. With webcasts, push alerts, and website exclusives, all completely free, behind 0 paywalls. ConchoValleyHomepage.com isn't just news for San Angelo. It's keeping you connected to the Concho Valley.
When you don't keep your eyes on what you're doing, it can be downright dangerous to you and others, especially when you're behind the wheel. Put your phone down. Heads up, Texas.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to Season Pass. We continue with our review of Week 1 of the high school football season. We turn our attention to 2A and 6-man football, beginning with Cristoval's first game coming off their most successful season in 11-man football in school history. A defensive battle between Wink and host Cristoval. Scoreless in the second, Wink is forced to punt. Caden Carpenter on the return, and he takes this one back for a big gain all the way into Wildcat territory, approaching the red zone. The ensuing drive, Josh Fava on the carry. Forward momentum is not called. The ball is ripped out. The referees say Wildcat football, and Cristoval can't believe it, but we stay scoreless. The Cougars would block the punt on the ensuing 4th and 20. Riley Workman finds the corner of the end zone to break the tie and capitalize on the turnover. Wink was offsides on the point after attempt, so Cristoval goes for 2. Kyle Lohman punches this one in for 2 more. The Cougars had the 8-0 lead at the half, and they would get the win, 14-6. A low-scoring game, but they start 1-0. El Dorado Eagles hosting San Saba, a big one in El Dorado. First play of the game for the Armadillos. Wes Taylor throws over the middle to Wesley Lackey, who just takes it in for 6. And San Saba strikes as quickly as you possibly could want, but the Eagles responded. James Kimball caps off the drive with a big touchdown run, and El Dorado ties the game up. San Saba punched in another touchdown of their own from the 1, and they're going to take the lead back, but Eldo's defense helping them out. After a Santiago Hernandez interception, new quarterback Corbin Covarrubias punches in the keeper, and El Dorado gets the win, 42-20 over the ranked San Saba Armadillos. Taking a look at some other scores from around 2A, the Mason Punchers start their season on the road. They get a win over Comanche 34-13 at Indian Stadium. They start unbeaten. The Miles Bulldogs go on the road, taking on the Coleman Blue Cats. A lot of excitement around the Bulldogs from head coach Jason Wilhelm. When I went out there for 2 days, they get shut out in their season opener, falling to Coleman 24-0 at Hufford Field. Cross Plains also shutting out one of our local teams. Menard Yellow Jackets hosting the Buffaloes at Finley Stadium. A lot of excitement around Menard as well, but it's a tough start as they get a donut in the score column to open up the season. Junction gets a win on the road. They get a shutout over Ingram Moore, 14-0 out at Warrior Stadium. And now we turn our attention to 1A. Water Valley taking on Robert Lee, and this one was all Wildcats in Adam Klein's debut. First quarter, Water Valley up 7-0. Connor Glass steps back, plenty of time, finds Kyle Bannister for the touchdown. Wildcats up 14-0. Water Valley getting the defense involved. Michael Munoz boots out of the pocket, lobs it downfield. Nathan Treadaway comes away with the pick, follows a few blockers, and takes it all the way back for a pick 6. And Water Valley is just rolling. Late in the quarter, Cannon Weiss gets the toss, breaks the tackle, jogs this one into the end zone, make it 26-0. And check out this run. Cannon Weiss again, he's going to be tough to stop all season, just manhandling people, keeping the legs churning all the way for a touchdown. That made it 34-0. Water Valley gets the win, 60-0, the final score on the road. Taking a look at other scores across 1A, Erie County on the road, falling to Buena Vista 84-73 in a shootout. They were playing at Sol Ross University. The Rotan Yellowhammers knock off the Bront Longhorns at Stevenson Stadium out in Bront, 40-6, the final score there. And an overtime battle, Eden getting the win on the road against the Blackwell Hornets. Eden trying to fight for a potential playoff spot out of the district with Water Valley and Erie County. Big win for them on the road, 40-34 in OT. And the very best Falcons are starting off with a win as well. They knock off the Brooksmith Mustangs 41-12 at Dillingham Field out in Brooksmith. And Paint Rock getting a big win as well at home, 52-7 over the Lawn Eagles out at Indian Field. And one more, Olfen falling on the road, 50-0 to the Mullen Bulldogs out at Bulldog Field. And then the game of the week in 6-man football, top-ranked Sterling City visiting their rival Garden City. Cass Johnson starting things off, big run down the sideline, Sterling City up. But Garden City would respond every time, so Sterling City had to keep their foot on the gas. Cass Johnson finds Jonathan Monreal for the touchdown, and they're going to keep this going. Monreal again later in the game, and another pitch, this one to put it away. Garden City staying with Sterling City, the #1 team in 1A Division I. It wasn't until the end the Eagles could pull away, but they do get the win, 56-42. Here's Trey Cisco after the game.
They did some really good things, made it tough on us, threw the ball really well. We didn't cover quite as good as we should have, but, you know, it's something early in the season. It was good for us to see, and good for us to learn a lot. You know, we've tried to put that behind us and get a start on the season just because to get this team's identity going. You know, we're trying to focus on that and not so much on that stuff in the past, and that's hard sometimes. But, you know, the scrimmages were tough we had in Rankin and Water Valley, and then a tough football game here, and we had to play good down the stretch to get it done.
So like every coach in the Concho Valley, we're already looking towards week 2. This one may be the game of the week. Get it? A little bit of a pun there. Rematch of last year's 1A Division I state championship game where the Eagles mercy ruled the May Tigers. This rematch being played out in Sterling City. We'll have more on this match later in the week. Be sure to stick around because coming up next on Season Pass, we look at a week in high school volleyball and Angelo State and a look at what's coming up for the Rams and the Bells later this week. Season Pass will be right back.
I know it looks like I'm trying to stop this plane, but I'm not. This is a Nissan sales event ad. Don't let that get away. This Rogue has more standard safety features than any car in its class, so you can handle almost anything.
Hurry in and save up to $52.62 on select models.
Better hurry before these deals take off.
Now it's personal. It really is. And it's now time for West Texans, Red Raiders to all wrap our arms around each other and kind of bow up against a little adversity and show out and show the country what West Texas and Texas Tech's all about.
It's time again for Teacher of the Week, sponsored by Concho Educators Federal Credit Union. Go to ConchoValleyHomepage.com and tell us how your teacher goes above and beyond. They could win great prizes, including a plaque from Angelo Awards, a teacher appreciation bag from Concho Educators, a gift card from Holiday Cleaners, a flower bouquet from Southwest Florist, a delicious cake from City Cafe and Bakery, and a gift certificate from Olive Garden. Teacher of the Week is sponsored by Concho Educators Federal Credit Union. Go to ConchoValleyHomepage.com for more info.
It's time for a talk. If you're 45 or older, you need to get yourself screened for colon cancer. This disease can be very treatable when caught early, so the sooner you know what's up with your health, the better. The good news is that there's options for getting screened that are easier than you think. Get informed. If you're a man or a woman, 45 or older, take control. Get screened for colon cancer. StandUpToCancer.org/colon cancer.
Welcome back to Season Pass. We've got some midweek high school volleyball action to show you. A few matches actually got postponed, including a few district openers. But Central and Wall were in action for the first time since last weekend's Nita Vinoy Memorial. Central hosting Midland Christian. They would split the first 2 sets. We picked this one up in the third, where it was all Lady Mustangs. Set point, Ella Shepard's floater goes off a Lady Cat. Midland Christian wins the set. We go to the fourth. Lady Cat's up. Ashton McMillan fires it off a Lady Mustang for the point. Central up 2. Later in the set, Cameron Daniels with the sweeping serve. Midland Christian can't control it. That's an ace technically. Set point for the Lady Cats, but Lady Mustangs would fight back. Aubrey Lumberg hammers down the kill, and then set point for Midland Christian. Carly King gets it past a couple Lady Cats. Lady Mustangs take the set and the match 3-1, the final score. 4A Maidens of Seminole visiting the 3A Wall Lady Hawks. Wall won the first 2 sets. Third set, not so easy. Maidens leading. Sloan Pogg gets blocked at the net by Avery Moore. Maidens lead by 6. Set point in the third. Maidens serve. Dylan Hartgrove can't keep the kill attempt in bounds, and Seminole would take the set. So we go to the fourth. It started close, but Cameron Williams started to take over. She goes opposite corner for the kill, and then just sends a rocket down the line. And then a match point for Wall. Emily Alvarez can't control the serve from Paige Dickerson, and Wall wins the fourth set. They take the match 3-1. The Angelo State volleyball team are the projected winners in the Lone Star Conference. Earlier this week, they were named the #1 team in the country in the AVCA preseason national poll. The Bells won the AVCA national tournament in Dallas in the spring after winning their second straight conference title. The NCAA postseason returns this fall, and the Bells are hoping to be in the mix come December. Only one other LSC school is ranked in the preseason poll, UT Tyler at number 20. Well, the Angelo State volleyball team hosted Cisco College in their final preseason scrimmage this week before hosting the Kathleen Brasfield Invitational next weekend. They start the season, as I mentioned, as the #1 team in all of Division II. They start with 4 matches in Kathleen Brasfield, East Central and Western Colorado on Friday, Anderson and Northwestern Oklahoma State on Saturday. The football team at ASU also begins their season this week. On Thursday, they'll go on the road to face Lindenwood in St. Charles, Missouri, up in the Midwest in Coach Gersh's neck of the woods. They'll kick off at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central Time. The soccer team, the Bells, also beginning the season. They start at number 3 in the country. They kick off against Colorado Christian Thursday night at 7 from the ASU soccer complex. Hear from all the ASU head coaches in the fall sports coming up later this week after the ASU press conference. Coming up on Season Pass, a look at the Cowboys' final preseason game against the Jaguars and the highlights of the Silver Boot Series in Arlington. We'll be right back on Season Pass.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Or get over $3,500 purchase cash on this 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab Texas Edition. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Hospice care is about joining in, partnering with a family, a patient, at their most tender time in their life. Being invited into someone's home, being able to walk alongside them in their journey, to be able to provide excellence in care, to focus on quality, not quantity. We're experts at end-of-life care. It's what we do, and it's an honor to be invited in.
Streamline your time online with the Concho Valley Homepage app. Get your news and personalized weather faster and easier than ever before. And with live video and news alerts, you'll never miss a story. The Concho Valley Homepage news app. Download it today.
All across America, there are kids going hungry. That sounds crazy, but it's real. It's also a problem you can fix. Kids who rely on school meals need help in the summer. That means neighborhood meal sites that are easy to get to and free for every kid. When you make breakfast part of a school day, a lot more kids get the chance to eat. These programs work. Over the past few years, 1/3 fewer children in the United States are facing hunger. Change a child's life today by donating to No Kid Hungry.
Because of you, I feel not alone in this world. And you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.
Welcome back to Season Pass. Just one more game in the NFL preseason for teams to finalize rosters and depth charts and see what kind of team you really have. Fans, like Cowboys fans and myself an Eagles fan, we all got preseason hype. We all say it's going to be our year, but now we finally get to turn the page to the games that really count. The Cowboys hosted the Jacksonville Jaguars in their finale, and the #1 overall pick looked impressive. First quarter, Trevor Lawrence finds Pharaoh Cooper 18 yards out for the end zone. Jacksonville up 7-0. Second quarter, Jaguars find the end zone again. Trevor Lawrence, a 4-yard touchdown pass, this time to Laviska Shenault Jr. Jacksonville on top 14-0. Garrett Gilbert in a quarterback for the Cowboys. Still second quarter, same score. He goes 19 yards to Aaron Parker, who takes it in for the touchdown. Cowboys get on the board, but Jacksonville still leads it 14-7. They would get the win 34-13 over the Cowboys. So now the attention turns to Thursday Night Football on September 9th. Here's head coach Mike McCarthy.
We started this quest on April 19th. There's 300 days
that are available to reach a Super Bowl. So, and everything in between there is you have to keep your eye on the target, one day at a time. So, I mean, it's the first game. It's the most important game because it's the next game. There's some good coaching one-on-one, stuff for you. But, I just think that, I've played in that game. I've been on both sides of the field in the opening game. It's a ton of energy. It's a great game to compete in.
Well, good news for Cowboys fans. Dak is back. This week, for the first time since July 27th, Cowboys QB1 took part in team drills in Frisco. During the full team 11-on-11 drills, Prescott played 18 snaps, completing 11 of 12 passing attempts, and reportedly showed no signs of any rust. Cowboys are done with the preseason, so now the attention turns to September 9th, Thursday Night Football in Tampa against the defending champion Buccaneers. Silver Boot action from Sunday night. Taylor Hearn on the mound for the Rangers, going 6 2/3, allowing 6 strikeouts and just 2 runs. Offense in the bottom of the first, runners on the corners. Adolis Garcia, that's a base hit into left. Yanni Hernandez scores. Rangers get on the board first. We jump ahead, bottom of the fourth. Rangers up 4-0. Hernandez hits one into left. Trevino scores, and the Rangers are up 5-0. How about this offense? In the fifth, Astros get on the board, but DJ Peters gives a little bit more cushion. 2-run shot over the wall, make it 6-2. Rangers on top. They would end up getting the big win. Bases loaded. Adolis Garcia, the grand slam, lifts the Astros to the 13-2 win over their rivals at home. Stick around, because coming up next on Season Pass, we take a look at the KLST Player of the Week and wrap up the show. We'll be right back.
Whether your customers rely on you to make their day or your threads to make an impression, you can rely on Suddenlink Business Secure Internet with speeds up to 1 gig to keep your business going. It's internet with built-in security for only $84.95 a month for 1 year. It keeps you connected and protected as your customers rely on you to bring them the meals, the wheels, or whatever they love about your business. Stuck in a contract? We'll buy you out. We'll even give you a $100 Visa prepaid card. You can rely on us to help your business grow. Call or visit suddenlinkbusiness.com today.
Hi, I'm Mike with MGB, Mike's Gold Buyers. Gold and silver prices are terrific, which means more money for your gold, silver, and diamonds. Come to MGB and you'll say,
I sold gold and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
With webcasts, push alerts, and website exclusives, all completely free, behind 0 paywalls. ConchoValleyHomepage.com isn't just news for San Angelo. It's keeping you connected to the Concho Valley.
Welcome back to Season Pass. Just like we've done in years past, every week now that school is back, we'll name our KLST Player of the Week. Someone who goes above and beyond what they're asked to do to help their team succeed. And our first one goes to a young man who helped his coach pick up his first win. Central quarterback Tyler Hill got his first regular season start on Friday, replacing Malachi Brown in the debut of new head coach Kevin Crane. Hill led the Bobcats to a win against Colleen Shoemaker, who they lost the previous 2 meetings to. Hill threw for 210 yards and a touchdown and added another touchdown on the ground en route to the win. So congratulations to Tyler Hill, the first KLST Player of the Week of the school year.
This Player of the Week is sponsored by Linda's Pawn, 2814 Sherwood Way.
Well, that is all the time we have for our opening episode of Season Pass. If you missed any of it, head over to our website, ConchoValleyHomepage.com. I can promise you this, if you're getting tired of me, we have a new host of the show on the way to replace Ryan Reynolds. But that'll do it for me for tonight. I'm your host, Matt Locke. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good one.
Closed captioning for the hearing impaired is sponsored by the Law Office of Rick DeHoyos.